Now, the Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Department is today hosting a two-day summit whose aim is to improve the performance of local government. And the summit, of course, is taking place in Boksburg, east of Johannesburg. And Natasha Phiri is there for us. So let's cross back to her just to get a few more insights into what to expect at the summit. Natasha, good morning. And of course, heard from the Minister of COGTA earlier on her sentiments and some of the visions that she put forward, but let's take it back to you to hear more from some of the other delegates.
Thank you so much, Sakina. Thank you once again. Our next guest right now is the chairperson of the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders, Nkosaikazi Nomandla Mhlauli. Thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. I mean, you represent quite an interesting and very, important, component or entity. What inputs as a chairperson will you be making here at this conference?
Greetings, good morning to the viewers and everybody who is here. Also the communities of South Africa, Molweni, Abshane, Sanbonani. I'm excited to be part of this summit as a traditional leader, especially the chairperson of the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders, as we are the voice of the voiceless. We are coming from all corners of South Africa. Most of the people in South Africa, they reside in our areas. What is important for us now, meeting with the entire local government sector, we are all representing the communities. What is key today is about service delivery. The key issues about service delivery. As we have seen that there has been a lot of protests, but as leaders, we don't just also complain. We'll just find a way of dealing with issues. Remember, we have got the Municipal Structures Act that talks to how we're supposed to work together with municipalities. And there's no need for competition. What is key is to complement one another. And also the key issues here is about the quality of service we are giving to the people. Also, what is also important as leaders, usually we go to people and promise them about service delivery and other issues. If you are unable to have what you have promised them, go back to them and report and talk to them that now, due to, for instance, we had challenges of COVID-19. Now we don't have enough resources. How do we go back to them? But today, we looking forward to find a way, because we've been moving around with a deputy president of the country, because we're trying to implement the resolutions of our summits and other meetings we had.
You raised an important, point about the deputy president, and I remember earlier on this year, traditional leaders, I don't know if you were there in Limpopo, but you basically told the deputy president that government must pull up its socks. It can't be as traditional leaders that you are excluded from the fray, whereas you represent communities and you raise the issue of service delivery. People are sick and tired of not getting basic services, basic delivery. Do you feel as if government is actually neglecting you as traditional leaders?
There is that feeling, because sometimes you find them in our areas trying to talk to the people. But what we understand, before going to any area, look for the leadership which is there. All the leaders which are there is either traditional, religious, and municipalities, whoever is there. So when they are going down, they must go to us and talk to us. Also, when prioritizing what needs to be done in our areas, we need to be part of that, as we are the voice of the people, and we are there with them. What is also important is the ownership, whatever is being constructed there, to avoid people destroying what they have. I usually talk about asset-based community development. When you have to protect whatever you have, you can't go and burn school when you need the road, and then you do everything distracting whatever you have, because it's not easy to get what you have, especially during this time. But what is important for us today, coming up out of this, we have been working with some of the municipalities. It's not one size fits all. Some they are good working relations with other municipalities. Traditional leaders, we tried our best to show that we can do it during COVID-19, working with Solidarity Fund. We have also launched our Invest Rural strategy with the main focus of showing that here is the strategy. Let's work together as either municipalities, business sector, and everybody, so that we look at the needs of the communities. So we just looking forward here to correct, in fact, to talk about disagreements amongst us and municipalities.
Nkosaikazi, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but of course, you are here throughout the conference, and we will be interviewing you at a later stage. Thank you so much for those inputs that you've made. Sakina, there you have it there. The chairperson, Nkosaikazi Nomandla Mhlauli, just also talking about some of the inputs, that she'll be making here at this summit. With that said, it's back to you.